Yeah, fellas, as the title says, I'm back. I need to change the thumbnail. Hold on. I've been in a lot of pain since last Friday. As you saw, I couldn't finish the show. When I get a cold, any type of cough for a long period of time, like whenever I get a really bad cold, it lasts for over a month, I normally get a hernia on this somewhere in the ab muscles. When I cough, it's cramped up. Well, this time it happened in my kidney and my spleen. Don't know why. Every time I coughed, I got shooting pain, like a hot knife stabbing in the left side. That's why I couldn't cough. I was trying to, my cough was like, I was trying to cough like that because anything harder caused that racking. This is the worst I've ever felt. The ones in the past I thought were the worst, but this one takes the cake. The entire right side was just inflamed, everything. So I finally found some of my ex-wife's old meds with codeine in it, and I've been taking that since last night. Let's see. I had some when I got my tooth out. I started taking that this weekend also, and I found some of my ex-wife, and I've been taking some of hers. That helps me sleep a little bit. I've been on high doses of Tylenol, about 1,600 milligrams of Tylenol, a couple times a day. So I'm starting to reduce the inflammation down there and stuff like that. Anyways, sorry about the last show. I need to find some artwork. Let's see. Yeah, this one should work. Unfortunately, I've been sick for about 7 years. Started with the lung issue. Then I got fat. Been on prednisone. And I didn't realize prednisone destroys your immune system. I always thought it built it up. That's why you take it. But prednisone also, if you take it too much, you'll end up with diabetes. I have diabetes now. It's been one thing after another, and I've been just trying to get my health back. So I may be a little bit spotty on my shows at times. I'm hoping the pain will be gone now because I feel like it's going down now. I can create some healing in there. A lot of fellows, got a new fellow asked me a lot of questions on the channel here. Let's see. Gotta do this. John Jones. You should check out Dahuti Ma'at Herbs. I've checked out his channel. He asks, what's your thoughts on Roosh V? I have no thoughts on him. I don't care for the mug. I was getting some of his tweets, and he has a lot of... I'm African American. I'm not sure if you're black or not. I think you are. Well, if you're African American, I'm in the dating niche. This niche is controlled by the dominant side, like they control everything else. Big deal, but they're also very racial. He said quite a few racist things. I don't do that. Plus, none of those Caucasian males have outdone what I've done in the game. Why would I want to watch someone who's beneath me? That's what I don't get about you guys. You ask me, do I watch this channel? Do I watch this guy's channel? Have any of them had any of their females hold a sign saying property of? Have they gotten absolute control over a female's mind? No. They're dater dudes. They go out and pay for these dates, and they claim they call themselves, dating. So they take a photo of the girl kissing them on the cheek, and the sycophants that follow them, little fanboys, they love it. They eat it up. Oh, you're such a great PUA. And I don't do that shit. Okay? So, Roosh, Tyler, all those guys, they do make more money. The majority of people that are looking for help are Caucasian. What are they? Caucasian. And I talk too much about what's going on. like all the other African American dating coaches do. The moment you start talking about, dom society stuff, people who are dom society, they start, maybe we'll go somewhere else. Virgil. Mr. Mom is one of those movies. Yeah, you're right. Mr. Mom. Yes. John Jones again. Show your photo, John Jones. Okay? Come in as a man. I don't do that hide in the dark stuff. There actually are black nerds that are like the white nerds. They're afraid of someone will see them. I don't get it. I'm a man. You see my face. I never understood that fear thing, because I don't have it. But because of my work, someone might see me. You're a fucking programmer in the back office. Shut the fuck up. Another great video. I'm a late bloomer, Johnny come lately, in discovering you, but glad I did. Great stuff, family. Thanks, John Jones. He also says, man, I hope you're okay, family, with that horrific cough. You know what's fucked up? It's like I heal one thing and then another thing pops up. It's like, goddamn. I finally got rid of kidney stones. It took a fucking month. I think that's why my kidney went out. Was cramped. And I could feel something moving underneath the skin. Like, what the fuck is that? And, yeah. Let's see. I'm getting trolled by some iNews because I posted on an iNews video, or a guy that's half Iranian, half Japanese, and that Japanese is, I think, part of it is Ainu. Someone in Japan, a scientist in Japan, said the Ainu's closest DNA relatives are the Adamese. They're Afro-Asians from Africa, basically. And he didn't like being associated with black, so he's now trolling me. I finally said, hey, go take up the people who put out the video that I reported on. I just made a comment, hey, I just saw this video. It said, they're Ainus, they're black. Basically is what the video's saying. It's all in Japanese. I told him, hey, if you're half Japanese and you speak the language, I can get a few words, but hey, go check it out. Don't come at my face. I'm just reporting. As I said. But I know we're not Negrito, whatever, dude. See, nobody wants to be associated with black because of the stigma of our race. And I think it's us African Americans who have done the most to bring down the race. Yeah. I look at the Afro-Brits, and I look at African Americans, I look at Jamaicans, I look at people, outside of the country, and we've done the most to bring down the race. You know what I'm saying? That right there just says it all. John Jones, what's your thoughts on RSD affiliation? Hell no. John, you're actually insulting me. Okay? I'm a real player from the real world. I'm not some Owen guy from Canada that was a nerd and got into the fast seduction community and then came up with some stuff he got from Mystery and put out his own thing. Then called me to ask how do I keep a woman to my side. I keep telling you guys, I'm the real thing out there in the real world. If you went to a nightclub, you see a player that comes in the club and takes a girl on the dance floor, dances with her, and then leaves with her, that was me. That's one of my people. Okay, we're not these internet people. I happen to be on the internet teaching what I did. That's my association to the internet. I'm not an internet nerd. Okay. I don't ping for... I was on SoSimp today, and someone had a title of a post called Pinging for... you guys probably know what pinging is, but that's... You could ping... It's what the internet uses. Your computer pings. Pinging for interest in people. What kind of nerdy post is that? So I don't ping. I don't do the acronyms, DHLVs, LSDs. I don't do any of that shit. I'm the real motherfucker from the real world. I speak real language. I don't do an acronym shit. The closest I ever do is I talk about IM, which meant instant messaging. I don't use FAP. No fapping. I call it what it is, jacking off. So I give it to you real. I don't wear a hat and turn it slightly sideways. My hat's straight because I come at you straightforward. You tell a lot about a person by the way they dress themselves. So I give you the real shit from the real world. I don't do theory. I don't come online and get with a bunch of other guys and sit in a room like RSD guys do and come up with like the butterfly monarch. They came up with that shit a long time ago, taken from the CIA covert stuff. The butterfly monarch technique. Use this, and every girl will be licking your balls. I give you real world advice. I am not an internet nerd. Thoughts on RSD affiliation? I have no thoughts. Again, beneath me. Okay? They're also beneath guys on my forum. My guys are now showing proof of the game again. They're posting up their photos of their females, posting the ones that have property of. One of my players had his female tattoo his street name on her forehead. That's how we roll. We don't roll with this bunch of gaggle of geeks going out to a club, high-fiving each other and looking at chicks, and then at the end of the evening get a chick, take a photo with them, then blast out on your forum, hey, we had a great weekend. High five. And the guy that had the girl take a photo of the tattoo, he's a white dude. I don't study them, but it seems that those PUA guys are too technical and convoluted in their teachings. That's because the people that gravitate to that are like that. And that's why they end up assed out in real life in the game. They're like the guys that were the geeks, the computer club in high school that crushed on the cheerleaders. Now they're all grown up and they're still crushing on the hot chicks. And they just want to get the hot chicks. It's all about their ego. Not all. There are some decent, I'm sure there are some decent young men within RSD that are students. I don't think much of the people that are teaching, because when you know the shit's fucked up and fake, that makes you a ripoff artist. I'm not saying Owen's a ripoff artist, but I've seen so many of these guys who are popping up all of a sudden with all these damn channels in the last 10 years. Hell, the last 5 years. There are so many guys trying to make money in this community. Kit Walker. It's been a while, Kit. The Real Men's Channel. Damn right. These grammar geeks are always trying to compensate for something. Yeah. Michael George. He's the other new guy. That's what I thought I was actually going to be answering. Michael George. He's making a lot of comments saying, Player Supreme, you're 100% correct. One of my videos. John Jones again. Can you recommend any books on white fragility? No. But what you want to do? Let me show you how you could take care of this. I don't think any. I transitioned. Okay. Use this thing called Google. Type in. It comes up. Definition, video, meme. Someone named Samantha B. Wiki. Oh, it's actually created by a lecturer named Robin DiAngelo. White fragility. Okay? I don't think anybody's written a book on it yet. So, anyways, good luck with that. Michael George, 100% A plus qualified, Game of Life teaching. Thank you, Michael George. And I see your photo. Welcome, black man. I banned Disoriented Hobo. He tried to give me another fucking video. Something about him, black hand writing. And I asked for his face, so I haven't released him yet. And then his voice was distorted. I do man things, fellas. When you guys do creepy shit like that, it fucking weirds me out. Give me a break, fellas. I'm 57 years of age. I'm an old black man. I'm not used to this weird internet shit where you hide your voice and do weird shit. Come on, fellas. I'm a man. I do things like a man. Hobo came in like a bum, and he's doing things still bummy. So this is a man's channel. You're not coming back. Especially after that. I asked you a simple thing. All you had to do is send it to me privately. I would have vetted you. But now you don't even have a chance, man. I don't want to deal with you anymore. Just too fucking creepy for me. Black creepy really weirds me out. You know, I get enough from the white guys that are creepy and weird. You know, serial killers and want to kill their girlfriends and fish hooks and all that weird sexual shit. But when I see a black creepy, it just... One of my own people? Really? Like the dude running around killing people? The Facebook dude? Seriously? They broke us down like that? Now we're acting like dumb society people? No, thank you. I'm trying to help you guys become better men. I'm trying to teach you what worked for me. Okay? It worked for me. And I dated a lot of races of women. I've never dated, I shouldn't use the word date because that, I was just talking about someone who was talking about they dated a lot of women in a video. And, you know, right away, nobody looked at the guy. Okay, the brim was bent properly, but it was twisted side a little bit. So, okay, this guy coming at me straight. That tells me right there, you know, if you wear a ball cap and you tilt it to the side, you ain't coming at someone straight up. Your personality made you turn it side instead of wearing it straight. And then his voice, and he had a lisp in his voice, a lisp. And he wasn't a fag or anything, but, you know, just I saw weakness. But I try to help you guys become better men. Because that's what women want, ultimately, are real men. Especially in the black community. There is a big problem. I think Cynthia G's called them beta males. I don't like using the Greek terminology, because my word for the weakest males are zeta males. And fuck you if you think zeta is higher than omega. No, it's last the alphabet. Zeta. And I picture those guys as being those, like in the movies that show those nerds. They're always scrawny, undeveloped bodies, big brains. They talk like geeks. That's a zeta male to me. Beta males are like ordinary guys. They're not alpha males. So if you're not alpha, then what are you? You're a beta male. And yeah, there's beta male behavior. This guy that went crazy, he was a beta male. Ordinary dude, a nice guy. And he was a nice guy that imploded and exploded. He took too much. And he went Negropean on everybody. Gonna run around shooting up innocent people. So now we have the stigma of having a black serial killer. Actually, I think it's number 3. Embarrassing the race. And yeah, I do talk about a lot of black issues here. Some fool named Hula Shack on one of my other videos talk about stereotyping. Wow. I would never judge a person by their career. That is as ignorant as judging a person by their home, race, etc. By the way, don't come back with the race card on me, blah, blah, blah. And I said number 1. Well, no, actually, it was my second point. cards in the deck are meant to be played. It's for the race card. When they try to do the race card on you, tell them, every card in the deck was meant to be played. And also, just because this person of the dominant society think I'm supposed to obey their words, no. So I posted that video of these two cops walking behind these 8th graders, and one of the cops has his club out and he's pushing the kid. You guys see that video? 2 white cops, I think it's in New York or someplace, and all the kids have their backpack on, they're coming home from school, and then the cops go, "What are you gonna do?" And then he gets his taser down. What are you gonna do? And I guess a 9th grader comes, grabs the kid by the arm, and leads him away from them. And they didn't know they were being filmed. So I said, how do you explain this? They haven't came back. By the way, I said on the video they're talking about, I said, this is a nice guy for a cop. Because my experience with cops is not the same as white folks' experience with cops. My experience with cops is not the same as someone who's white's experience with cops would be. I've had negative experiences myself with them. Sorry about the ending of that last show. The greatest said that ending was hard to watch. Sorry about that. I was in pain. Tuwodros, BR Han, Preem speaking the truth. The guys promoting this are called Hebrew Israelites, and they hate Ethiopians for no reason. I don't think the guys behind that, we are not African. Yeah, that's Hebrew Israelites. That's one of their bullshit things too. But I don't think they're Hebrew Israelites. Normally, they're not afraid to show their face and their big beards. You notice how these people don't show their faces? As I said, we have to watch out. There's a thing called COINTELPRO. Watch out for hidden pockets of white supremacists within our group. Okay? They want to cut us off from Africa. Because right now, the Africans are outdoing everybody academically, and they're actually, we brought the black race down, and they're bringing us up. I'm sorry to put it like that. I know that, African Americans, we've had an astronaut, we have people who own businesses, stuff like that, but academically, we haven't done that well here. And then look at our lower end. Our lower end makes us look bad. They don't focus on white trash. You guys ever notice that? They don't go to like the trailer parks and get all the meth addicts and the heroin addicts. They don't show that. They only show our trash. And our trash has brought our race down. I know many of us, we come from like a lower middle class environment. Not everybody comes from the ghetto. One guy said, stop talking about the ghetto. I got out. You got out. Look at all the thousands who didn't, who stay in that ghetto life. Look how many of us. There are guys watching right now that, and I don't know how you justify it after I pointed out, you still do it. But they smoke weed in it. Don't even come here with that shit, okay? The native, don't even try it. Under a DNA video, this Mexicans usually come back with African DNA. In fact, I was watching a video to see if I can pull it up out of my history. Okay, it's under my other channel. I got two of you guys saw that channel. You start subscribing to me over there. I hate that. Follow me around, seeing what I type. I really hate the invasion to my privacy. Okay. Okay, you see an interruption in the channel. I'm back. All right, good. Let's see. This guy looked like he's half black, doesn't he? Well, actually, and he had no idea that he had African blood. He thought he was Latino. He's 60% European, 17% black, I think, and the rest is Native American. And I thought he was biracial, brother. But he was shocked and disappointed to see 17% African. His photo as a kid. Let me see if I can show you that. He looked like he was a little black, biracial kid. But he was talking about, the Mayans and all that. And, poor brother, man. Hey, man. Ain't nothing to be ashamed of. I'm looking for his photo. He's showing his green eyes. Yeah, okay. God damn it. Where's that shit at? Problem is it was so fast. That's their son. He cut off the comments also. That shows insecurity right there. I want to show his photo of him as a kid. He looked like a little black kid. I know, he's from Mexico. He actually checks white also. And this guy don't look nowhere near white. He checks white on the box.
I'm laughing because people want white so bad they'll check that box.
Look at this dude.
I don't know if only white.
Oh, actually 60% white.
Yeah, not the rest.
And
pure white.
Like 17% or 12% black, something like that. I can't recall what it was, but he had really curly hair as a kid. And curl means African. I'm trying to explain these Ainu fuckheads. I can't find this photo. God damn it. So I thought he was half black when I looked at him. I didn't realize he has African features. There he is. Don't you guys see a black kid? Maybe black Latino, but African descent. Jovina,
Yeah.
come here. Somebody lied to him.
Oh Lord, he thinks he's white.
He didn't know he had black blood. He had no idea.
All I can do is.
Yeah, really. So, this woman, she came out, I think, 7% African. As pale as she is.
I wanted you to read yours.
I've already talked about this guy and this one, but 3 to 7%, I can't recall what it was, but it's nothing to be ashamed of. Unfortunately, because of the condition of the black race, people got to get their feelings all caught up and shit. You're blocked, dude. Hobo. Score is not settled. There's no score. I actually come as a fucking man. You couldn't do that. I don't deal with men here. I don't deal with creeps. No fucking weirdos. Weird voices. Weird music. Nothing weird. I can't do weird anymore. I'm just creeped the fuck out, man. The internet fucks got me fucking weirded out. Just don't want to even put up with it. Why should I have to put up with the shit? And strain myself, because you're fucked up. Urban Spiel. Supreme, try some of the alternative remedies compiled by Kevin. I have his book somewhere. Kevin Trudeau's Cures. Yeah. They don't want you to know. I actually do use the... I need to go back and use it again, but I've got the little zapper thing. I ordered that. Player Spring. You mentioned light-skinned people. Well, both my grandfathers were dark-skinned, so that proves you wrong that light skin can't come from black parents. I never said that. There's a Nigerian couple that produced a white baby. Blonde hair, blue eyes. And they have no European in them. It could be a throwback gene, though. But you said grandfathers. What were the mothers? Somebody's carrying light-skinned gene also. Okay? It's got to be there present. Unless it's albinism. Khalid Adame. I remember long back you had a video presentation where questions were coming out. One question that stuck me was the inability to urinate in public urinals when somebody is beside you. That's a weird thing to remember. I don't really have a problem. I used to have a problem taking a shit in the public, and I still do. I don't like to piss near people, but I do it. I don't like people peeking over at you, And I don't like pee. It's, the urinal it still splashes. I don't like to smell other people's pee. I got a whole host of things I just don't like about it. I'd rather go to a toilet and urinate in the toilet. But when I go to movie theater, sometimes, you got to stand there. Or if I go to a club. I don't have an inability to urinate. That's totally erroneous. You heard that one wrong. A real deal. Of course, light-skinned people can come from dark skin. It's just science. Maybe Supreme meant something else. Look at all the albinos or albinos in Africa. Yep. But in the black community, there can be a light grandparent, and both the kids are darker. They produce another real light-skinned one. Let's go to my ex-wife's family. Her mom was dark-skinned. Her dad was dark-skinned. Her mom was light-skinned. All the kids are about my complexion. But she produced the last child has really high yellow skin. She's like the only one in the family. In my family, my mom's dark-skinned. My dad was light-skinned. And all of us are about... My brothers are dark now, but we're all dark-skinned. Except my chest gets real yellow to where I see blue veins. That's the only thing I have in my dad. Anything that touches the sun, I get well melanated. That's coating that comes from my mom. Sunlight hits you, darken the skin, protect the skin. In my dad's family, I have a cousin named Nishman, or he's dead now. His sister is my complexion. He was light-skinned with Native American hair. He inherited the hair from the grandfather. Native American hair. That means shiny, black, straight hair, like Asians. He got a throwback gene. In fact, his father thought my dad's sister cheated on him. And my dad, he sat him down and talked to him about it. He told me. His father refused to accept him as his child. David Steele, RSD shit is for white guys. That shit doesn't work for me. But I wonder if a PUA/hoe chaser like Justin Wayne is real or not. I think he's the black dude. The attractive girls on his videos might be paid actresses. Thoughts? I don't watch his shit, so I have no thoughts. Again, fellas, I'm going to say this again. I don't watch their shit. Okay? Let me say it a little bit louder. I don't watch their shit. David Estelio. The Cleveland shooter is the epitome of a weak male. To let a woman get you so riled up that you go and shoot an innocent elderly man, disgusting. Yep. KR, I hope you're feeling better. Thank you, KR. I am. Jovina saw a recipe on Pinterest.
Yeah, Pinterest. I got.
She's going to try. She's going to make some kind of salve I put on my chest. I don't know. But I want. It's not the cough. It's the pain in the side from the cough. So we've been having to push in on that kidney and hold that kidney still while I cough. Otherwise, it sends that racking fucking pain. That's really horrible about that Cleveland dude killed that elderly man. Is that the only person that he killed? I thought he killed 13 other people.
He claims he killed 13, but
I think he must have been lying, just wolfing about that shit. Because I haven't heard anything about 13 people he killed. So he's a super loser. lying about the number of bodies being stacked up, and then kills an old guy. Your brother came and asked me about that shit. Hey, did you hear about that guy on Facebook?
Yeah.
And I said, yeah.
He killed himself.
I wish he had, when I'm 32, come try that on me. Give me a gun, give him a gun. Real deal. There are only around 300,000 Nigerians here. There are a ton of black Americans doing well here on the East Coast. You are totally wrong about Africans. I grew up with them. How do I say this? I'm only reporting what I read, real deal. Again, I read that Africans are outdoing everybody academically, getting the most degrees. And I look at the numbers of black males who graduate. Why don't you go find out some real information before you start clacking on your keyboard? You're coming at me with your opinion. I gave you what I read. Go find some real information and then come back with some real numbers. Okay? You also only mentioned one African race. My son's ex-wife is Benin. His son speaks 3 languages. Let me repeat that. My grandson speaks 3 languages. He taught himself English. He taught it to himself. He spoke French, so I had to talk to him in French, a few words, and he spoke her native tongue called Goon. He watched TV. He now speaks English because he started going to school also. I'm not putting us African Americans down. I said we are the first black astronauts. We have people in business, blah, blah, blah. But every African I know, they speak more than one language. African Americans, hey, we barely speak English. That's why white folks are always getting on us. They always want to bring up the grammar. I know you want to support a race. Hey, we need people like you to keep supporting a race. But let's be real about it. Okay? I believe in realness. Not the bullshit. Hey, we're kings and queens. We fly through the air. Real deal. Player Supreme, you got to get around the country more. Jovina, what do we do every year for vacation?
We drive somewhere.
Did you hear that? We drive somewhere. Everyone on this channel knows I drive this country. I'm giving a drive to Georgia this year. So, don't come at me with that shit, man. I know that there's issues between Africans and African Americans also. Remember, I'm 57. I'm older than you. I've seen it all. I've seen when they start coming to the country. I was here when the Ethiopians first started coming, back when I was in college. They just started coming over in mass numbers then. Okay? All right? You guys tell I have a little patience today. I'm trying to fake it. Kara looks like my childhood friend. Colored eyes is a product of recessive genes. I agree. Real deal again. When people have low numbers for DNA, that means that is how their family started out. And over time, they went to another group unless the person is recently mixed. Cardell. How you doing, Player Supreme? I'm doing better. I'm doing better. Michael B. Oh, we're talking about peeing. Strange subject. It's like, I think Dahudi had the same lung issues as you. Nope. Don't think anybody had anything like I have. Mine was gradual poisoning over a number of years of mold that's in this house, in the heating and air conditioning unit. It was actually mold up in there and all throughout the ducts. Then I finally got the major exposure at my office when I took this moldy flooring. That's what started the blowtorch feeling on the beginning part of my bronchial tubes. Bronchial tubes, they branch out into the lungs. So the beginning part of the bronchial tubes. I'm ready to try anything also. Okay, let me get back to recent comments while you guys are coming up with more stuff to talk about. Don't mean to get on that guy that's talking out the side of his mouth, but and it's cool that he wants to stick up for African Americans. That's good. We didn't word like that. But let's just keep it real. So I was talking about this Latino guy. Actually, it was a Latino guy. I get a lot of trolls on that one too. A lot of lads don't like that I actually know something about Mexican history. Like, I know about the African Mexican history. I don't know anything about their own history. Just where Africa touches it, like the Olmecs. And for some reason, every time I look at Mexican DNA, African comes up. He's got me wondering. I know that they had slaves, but that many slaves did that much? I don't know. There's something going on. Okay, let me see. Let's get to the recent comments. Actual comments to the bell. Again, Hobo, I banned you because you couldn't come in like a man. I asked you. I just said, just go to your camera and photo your phone and say, hey, it's me, Hobo. That's all you had to do, man. Instead, you want to hide in the dark and play weird music and speed your voice up and do weird shit. That means you're going to do more weird shit, on my channel. I'm too old for that. I'm just not in the mood. Maybe if it was 10 years ago, in my 40s, I might have been in the mood for it. I don't know, but it's not me. Okay? Rideshare. I felt dumber after listening to that dude yell at that chick. LOL. No need for visuals. The audio was enough. Under the emotional boy. Yeah. Ace Ortiz says she looks Mexican. You can see that native European mix. Yeah. The light-skinned or white Mexican chick. He also says, I live in the hood before my family got out and bought a house in another part of New York City. But my family is very different from those that you will usually see in the hood. Yes, there are a few decent people in the hood, but a good majority are on the ghetto side. And he says East 26th Street. Is that New York's? I guess that the video of the cop following the boys, I guess that was New York then. This accent sounds like they're in New York. Next was Let the Truth Be Known. And then the guy had the nerve to say, can you talk about the video I sent you? And that was that African Americans are not from Africa, or we're not African descent. Although we do our DNA. It shows what parts of Africa My son did his. But what's the answer for that? DNA is a hoax! There's some idiot right now that still doesn't think DNA is, or thinks DNA is a hoax. Watching me right now. Don't bother making a comment. Just be stupid by yourself. These fucking idiots. Only YouTube, man. Leon. Oh, I think I did this comment. Hey, it's a black guy's video. Thanks to that video, Hey, it's a black guy. Look at that guy's face. he was about to snap, man. I'm surprised you didn't make a comment on that. At the very end of that video, when he's talking about, black guys' dicks. Why do white guys want to put girls in wheelchairs? Someone answer that for me. That's white right now. Why do you want to put girls in wheelchairs? You want your dick to be so big you put it in a wheelchair. What's that about? I never want to put a girl in a wheelchair. In fact, I didn't even want her to hurt. I want sex to feel good. I've got a lot more comments. Hey, it's a black guy says, they banned Ivan Van Sertima's work from African American Studies in college, which shows they're hiding. Yeah. Why would you ban John Heinrich Clark's, IVS, and Chancellor Williams' work? Because raising the consciousness of the people means their whole system will go down in flames. Exactly, because I'll read a comment that Grease said to him. That's a weird comment. By letting Ivan Van Sertima's work and all of the other black scholars' work acknowledge it, it changes history. The history that they want to keep dominant society's history. Okay? So they're not going to allow all these scholars, like Dr. Ivan, he got his doctorate, Dr. Ivan Van Sertima, they won't allow them in certain colleges, which is unfortunate. Grease said, I heard you are Grease 2000. And I'm not sure what Grease is saying there. I don't know where he got that at. Yeah, that's his channel. Someone subscribed to his channel. This is his throwaway channel. Okay, I'm back, fellas. What's up, J10? Real Deal says a lot of blacks are moving south from New York City due to cost of living is too damn high now. Good. A long time ago, there was a great migration from the south to the north. And that's when the first riots happened in America. White folks were rioting. They were hanging black people because they were taking the jobs. It was an economic thing. Alan Riggs, why did you block me? I thought the issue was about being white troll. I'm black. I proof it. No. No. You didn't prove it. Some black hand writing, I didn't see your face. You get a friend do that for you. Did you get some weird music? Alan Riggs? There's mold detectors out there and dehumidifiers that can solve the mold issue. We already got rid of the mold, fellas. Just so you guys know, we paid, how much did we pay, Jovina?
For what?
To get rid of the mold?
$1,250.
Yeah, $1,250 for them to go through and clean it out of our system for Sears to go through. KR, I have a lot of fam and okay, he's talking to someone else. Raw deal. My family is doing good in Atlanta, and I know tons who are doing well. East 26th is Brooklyn, Flatbush, Hobo. It was for joke. I wasn't laughing. I wasn't laughing the first time. I asked you for one simple goddamn thing. And I'm already fed up dealing with the whole situation. He says now it's good to be serious and mad all the time. I wasn't even starting trouble. J10. It comes from the movie White Chicks, where Terry Crews' character will fuck girls so hard that they'll end up in a wheelchair. I saw that movie. I don't remember that. I don't remember that scene. Yeah, I actually saw that. I was young, stupid. Should have known better. Real deal. If you sell a house you own, you can live like a king in the South. KR, I heard that at one time I wanted to... Okay, there, you guys are chit-chatting. Alistair King says, I'm over that girl, bro. Hobo? See, when you start using all these different channels, that's just trolling to me. I'm not in the best mood right now, Hobo, so I think you should leave me alone. Okay? Any questions, fellas, about your game? Any questions about your game before I sign off? You got one of the best minds in the game to pick. I'm giving free advice. Most people in New York City live in a shoebox. Okay, they're chit-chatting. No questions about the game. Alan Riggs says, that's not me. Okay. Steel Tiger, hello, it's been a while. Good to see you. Hello, Steel Tiger. Cardell says, no woman is worth killing over. Plenty of women. He just flipped out. Yeah, he did. Is there any filters that negate? Yeah, we have a special filter on the whole thing now. Michael Nolan, what happened to that cough? The cough stayed with me all weekend. I had a very, very bad weekend. Very bad. I feel like I was getting stabbed in my... Now I know it feels like to be stabbed. I thought I could survive a stab. No, you can't survive stabbings. Jay, we'll be back on the forum soon. Just to let you know, I'm done with my art website. Done with it? Or you finished making it? J10. There's a lot going on right now. Even Aries busted out and showed his females that he's working with. Instagram. Hey, Player Supreme, if a guy like me do cartoon artwork and people say that little kid stuff, it's artwork. If you're making money with it, keep rolling with it. And it's on my page. What do you think a lot of blacks or hood blacks or older blacks seem to not like my art? They're not going to like it. I'll tell you that right now. They're not going to like it. They're not going to like a grown black man drawing cartoons and stuff. But if that's your talent, express it. Fuck them. But try to make some money from it too. If you spend all your time drawing, you're not at least making some money from it, then That I got a problem with that. Steel Tiger, you helped me get here. I found my passion, made some money, and have a good family now. Ah, that's great, Steel Tiger. Tell me more about that. And J10 says he finished his website. Post a link so we can get some traffic on your site. You helped me get here. I found my passion, made some money, and have a good family now. Steel Tiger says. Mike Nolan, I noticed a lot of women giving me attention after I went 2 months without watching porn, coming, talking to us, and eye contact everywhere, and squeezing. Is it squeezing? Squeezing us? Excusing? Michael, I don't know what the word is. They must sense pheromones. I got that word, even though it's spelled a PH. I can understand that one. Steel Tiger says truck driving. 18-wheelers, yeah, I was hoping one big sentence so I could post it. Hey, it's a black guy. Whenever I had lung issues, I used eucalyptus, peppermint, and lemon to clear the air with an essential oil diffuser. Might want to try that in the future. My mom has one. I'll see if I can get hers. I go to the food co-op all the time now. We have a natural foods co-op that has all the health stuff. They have all that stuff down there, all the different herbs and stuff. There used to be really good herb places here in my town, but they've closed up over the years. An Indian doctor was saying that stop watching porn, women can sense your pheromones. Sense or smell. Maybe you release more pheromones because you're not jacking off. Instagram. Yeah, it's noting I do graphics, design, and cartoon art, and photography stuff, too. J10. Oh, they're talking to each other. My bad. Mike Nolan says there is no FAP craze going on, and guys saying that women give them lots of attention. It's scary. There's this no FAP craze going on. Okay. Well, that's good. Hobo, Dr. CB food list should help your lungs. That and alkaline water and herbs. Thanks for the advice. I'm going to let you stay under Alan Riggs. Real Deal was talking Instagram. Robert Ontiveros. How do you turn casual conversation with a girl sexually? Use my animal color water game. Robert, get out a pencil right now. Guys, stop chit-chatting for a minute. I'm going to do a demonstration of my perfect tool to segue. Stop chit-chatting overseas. Stop chit-chatting, J10. I'm going to do a perfect segue of how to segue into talking of sex. Robert, get out a pencil and paper. Let me know when you've done that. Want everyone else to get out a piece of paper and a pencil right now also. Or if you're on your laptops, get out your notepad. If you're on your phone, get out your notes. Robert, I'm waiting for you. Actually, we're all waiting for you, Robert. Ontiveros. Just let me know when you've done that. When you're ready. I hate the lag time on this shit. Mike Nolan, no more. We're doing something right now. I know you want to jibber jab. Stop the jibber jab for a minute. Robert. Shouldn't take too long to find a pencil, something to write with. You ask me a question, I'm going to show you how to do this. And you must be on a fucking phone. How do you guys access the internet on the fucking phones, man? Obama phones. Since Robert has suddenly gone shy, J10, you mind participating? J10, what is your favorite color? Blue. Okay, you guys see the screen? Blue. J10, how would you describe the color blue in 3 words? Like, my favorite color is blue, and to me, blue is deep, dark, and mysterious. How would you describe blue in 3 words? This is called the Animal Color Water Game. I'm going to teach you guys how to do this. It's real easy. J10 is thinking of 3 words that describe the color blue. This will make you come in above your female as well. He says powerful, clear, and mysterious. Okay, what's your favorite animal, J10? Now I'm talking J10 like I would a normal dude. If it was a chick, so I go, so what's your favorite animal? You want to change your voice. I'm only doing J10, but you do this along with us. Do it on your own phone, Instagram, or in your own home. So your favorite animal, J10? I'm not even going to ask why, but how would you describe a gorilla in 3 words? Like, my favorite animal is the wolf. The wolf is powerful, fierce, and loyal. Too late, Robert. We're doing J10. So, mighty, strong, and majestic. Cool. Okay, J10. What is your favorite body of water? It could be the ocean, a pond, a stream, a lake. Anything that's your favorite body of water. Again, ocean, pond, stream, lake. What are those things? Meandering brooks, whatever you like. Lake, okay. How would you describe a lake in 3 words? Robert, we're not going to do you. I waited and waited, you didn't respond. So I went to J10. Okay? So go back and time, get the time. It's now 1:04. So around 1 hour into it, look for J10's doing the whole thing. Calm, soothing, and peaceful. I don't know if you can hear me, Robert. I am not going to do you. I am doing J10 because you took too long. All right, so you've asked your girl what her favorite color is, her favorite animal, and her favorite body of water, right? So what you want to do after that is give her the explanation. Now, the color describes your inner personality. It's how you view yourself. And J10, he sees himself as being powerful, clear, and mysterious. Now, those two are interesting on the same definition. But that's his how he sees himself. The animal describes your outer personality. Anybody ever knows how people will have dogs that kind of look like them? They're like they have a bulldog and they're stocky. Little tiny people have chihuahuas or whatever. Although you will see some big guys with chihuahuas because they're tapping into their feminine side. But the animal represents what you show the world. It's how you want the world to see you. It's not necessarily the animal, but what you say about it. And he wants people to see him as being mighty, strong, and majestic. So he wants the world to see him as being a mighty person, a strong person, and kind of majestic. And if you know J10, that actually does fit his personality. Now, we are born in water. So water is our sexual side. It's the way we make whoopee or have sex. And if he's true to his nature, he likes for sex to be calm, soothing, and peaceful. So let's say this was a girl. What you want to do is when you tell her that this is the way she makes love, try to find a way to make it humorous. So if a girl said, a lake, calm, soothing, and peaceful, I'm gonna make a joke. Well, if I make love to you, do I have to take a sleeping pill to slow myself down a little bit, or something like that? Something to make a joke out of it, to get her to laugh. Okay, but call attention to her sexuality, the way she likes to make whoopee. All right, now you got to see my face. Then you want to you give her the reading, so you want to look around like this. So what's the wildest thing you've ever done? What's the wildest thing you've ever done? She'll go, I can't. Yeah, go and tell me. I already know how you like to make love. Come on, just give it to me. So you coax it out of her. That's how you segue to sex. That's how you start getting the juicy shit. Then after you find out, what she's done wild, tell her something you did. I once did it out on a golf course with my ex-wife. We were dating at the time. And I did that. Broad daylight on a golf course. So I'll give him that one. Give him something soft. But, you want to pull out of what's the wildest thing she's ever done. Okay? And don't judge. Like Jovina. When Jovina.
Yeah.
Like when Jovina told me hers, I was like, what? You did what?
What did I do?
No, you did nothing. I was making a joke.
Okay.
Don't do that. Okay? Then you want to ask her, do it again, You want it to be conspiratorial, so it's you and her. So you want to make sure, you're communicating to her that it's just you and her. You're not going to share this with anybody. So you're looking around, make sure nobody go over here. So you're protecting her safety. So tell me one of your fantasies. Bam. That's how you find out what their fantasies are. So when you're fingering her clit, you feed that fantasy back to her. Remember your fantasy you told me about? Like one girl, she wanted to eat Madonna's pussy out, or have Madonna eat her pussy out. I want you to imagine that's Madonna's tongue fingering your clit right now. You feel her softness of her tongue. Then shut the fuck up and let her mind build the fantasy. Some guys like to run on their mouths. No, you just give a few words every now and then. As you're fingering that clit. Imagine her feels like a tongue. Okay? Oh, yes, I know. She's eating you every now and then. She's licking your pussy. Every now and then, just keep that fantasy going. And boom! You will have mastered her clit. All right, I'm back. Let's see if you guys were paying attention. Nope. I see chit-chatting going on. Robert still trying to get my attention. Two guys are chit-chatting. J10, I love when I was seating on a chair like a master, getting all that information so easily from the girl. Good. Zenmac, a sensei in the game. Okay, so you guys have that now, right? So now you know how to get her wildest things ever done. Now you know how to get her fantasies out of her. You got a perfect segue. You saw me ask J10 the questions because Robert didn't get back to me on time. You know, I'm doing a show here. I can't wait 10 minutes for someone to, get ready or whatever he was doing. He had his chance. So now, Robert, go back to the 1 hour mark and just watch and learn from there. J10, I never thinking of Supreme. Real deal. Touch helps with relaxation and trusting. Mike, no, the animal color water game, I used it before. You should be using it every time. I learned to master that game. Because I ran to women, well, I don't know my favorite color. I don't have a favorite color. What are you going to do then? You got to coax it out of them. Just pick one. Just get them pick one. Well, I like black, but I like pink. Pick one. If you don't get enough practice, you're going to know how to handle yourself. Well, Supreme, she didn't have a favorite color. Some idiot told me that once. I called him idiot because he was stupid. You can't get the fucking favorite color out of her. Still, Jovina.
Yeah.
Take the soda that you bought home and mix it with that what I had yesterday, the zero, and give me a glass. Mixing diet sodas. Steel Tiger, what you help me do can't be put into one sentence. I'll always be grateful. Good luck and good hunting, future players. Asheville, NC is begging for real men. Come on over. It's good in the... This is what I want you to do. Take the bottle off yesterday's bottle, top off, and pour some from the new bottle into the old bottle. So they mix good. Put some bicarbonation back in that old one. I got some Pepsi Zero. Pepsi Zero. 0 calories. Touch helps with relaxation. It helps with rapport as well. If you're on a date with a girl and she's sitting there like this, she's uptight. You haven't gotten to relax, and that's your fault. It's not her fault, but Supreme, she was so shy. It's still your fault. You're in control. You should have got her to relax. Come on over. It's good in the mountains. Steel Tiger says. Robert, got you. Thank you. Good. Sensei, when are you heading to Georgia? We're heading to Georgia in August. David, my cousin is kind of a hoe chaser. Okay, in the nightclubs, but he can do that because he's a good-looking guy. More power to him too. You know, And he gets mad at me because I don't do the same. Says I'm too mellow. See, I give brothers a pass if they're just trying to get some dances. Pour it in there.
In here?
In there, yeah.
What is always fizz, though?
You ever have diluted drink? I dilute, if I go to Starbucks, I'll dilute their coffee. 3/4 coffee, 1/4 hot water. J10 says I'll try to see if I can come up to Sacramento, pay my respects. Oh, that'd be nice, J10. I don't have a bed anymore you can sleep on, but I've got a couch. Before you head to Georgia, of course. You might want to meet me in Barstow. I'll let you know when. Because I'm going to be driving. Jovina gets off work at 5 o'clock. We pack our car, and then we get on the road. We drive to Barstow. So I'll probably arrive at Barstow like 11 or somewhere in there at night. And I'll let you know what hotel I'll be at. You can get a room there. We can have dinner, a late dinner or something. Real deal. Real chicks like you if you're mellow. It creates a sense of being mystical. You just know when to open up and not be shy. That's a little iffy to me. Nice you want to spit some game, but that's a little bit iffy. Because if you're too mellow, you don't have any excitement about you. No charisma. If you're so busy trying to be all faded, I'm just mellow, man. I'm mellow, man. Hey, girl. How you doing? Well, I'm mellow.
Okay, sure.
That don't work for me.
Sure, Mr. Mellow.
Yeah, Barstow's closer. J10. Magadola. Dilute black currant. Diluted black currant we have over here called Miwodi. Currant. Isn't that a cherry? Diluted black currant. There's something in cherries that's good for old folks and arthritis and stuff. David Steele, real deal. I hear what you're saying. I've ho-chased dances before because I know how to dance good. Ho-chasing dance at Spanish club is, yeah. You expect to approach and ask for dances. The mellow only works on bohemian artsy chicks, not nightclub chicks. Those chicks want excitement. How often do you run into bohemian artsy chicks there? Real deal. Hey, boss, for some reason. Oh, okay. You're probably trying to put the HTTP in there. Don't put the .com or anything. Just put the name of the website, and we can figure the rest of it out. Don't put .com. Just type the name of the website out. No HTTP, colon, all that shit. None of that. I think it only works for me. Yeah. See, I used to go to, we have what's called Second Saturday here, and that's where all the art galleries open up, and they have, wine and crackers, stuff like that. And acting mellow never worked for me. I attract more attention when I have energy instead of bombing my energy down. My boy Craig would do that, and nobody would even remember he was even in the room. Try amping your energy up next time. Be a man of power. I realize you're probably African American and you want to dumb your energy down or dampen it down because you're around a bunch of white folks. No, shine. I live in Sacramento. We have something called Jovina. What's the place where all the people perform downtown that they opened up about 20 years ago? The Convention Center.
Oh, community center?
The Convention Center. One of my aerobic students, he was an architect. He helped design our convention center. And I got invited to the opening of it. And it's all the rich white and a couple of black folks, folks of Sacramento. And if I had dumbed myself down, nobody would notice me. I went into radiating energy and shined. So I was attracting all these, rich white women to me. But I took sand to the beach. I took my bodybuilding girlfriend there. Oh, it's one of those Wix sites. I am 10th.wix site. Gotcha. So that would be it right there then. We looked everywhere for this page. Error. I cut and pasted it. It didn't work. Are there two M's? Did you mean to have two M's in there? There, J10? Mike Nolan. Is true, Supreme. Women can smell your... I know that. I am R. Oh. I am Mr. 10th. Jovina. That bastard came in the house. Fucking traitor. We looked everywhere for this page. I cut and pasted it, Jay. I don't know, man. Player Supreme, I've been looking for this kind of knowledge and teaching. I'm a 45-year-old single male for 4 months now, and I've been following Hidden Colors and TBA. The person you want to follow also is Professor Black Truth, Michael George. The other brother's been making a lot of comments on my videos. Welcome to my channel. You're a young guy, eh? 45. Cool. But not too young. What happened? Why are you single? Sound like a marriage went bad? If so, did you have kids? Are the kids involved? You need to put website after.com. Huh? Wix site. I don't understand, J10. Didn't I put .com in there? Yeah, I did. HTTP, I am Mr. 10th .wixsite.com. Write it exactly as it should be spelled out. No Wix site if that's not part of the name. Leave that off. Just write exactly what I should do. And I'll put the HTTP part in the .com in there, okay? So there's no confusion. Don't give me that then you add stuff. Just write exactly as, and I'll put the HTTP part of it in the .com there. Then you add /website. I don't know what you mean. That's why I'm just asking you just to write it out for me. Player, do you think black women bashers subconsciously want black women but can't get them? Same with the white MGTOWers. I think some of them were hurt by black women in the past, like Tommy Soter, because he's dark-skinned. It's harder for dark-skinned brothers out there in the game with sisters. So that's where his hatred comes from. You know, a lot of them are dark-skinned, or something about them made them unattractive to sisters. And they're taking out their vengeance on them. That's what I believe. I've seen way too much of it for not to be one of the issues out there. Subconsciously want black, I don't think they do, because they've lost faith in black women. And they're also swirling, as they call it, dating outside the race. White MGTOWers, well, we saw, you posted what white MGTOWers are about. I don't know if white MGTOWers even want black women, because most of them are, got racial issues. Raw deal. You don't go mellow in a nightclub, and you should never just stand by the bar. That's sucker shit. I mean, just don't look like an attention whore. Dress right, keep a cool smile, and not shy. David? So basically, in nightclubs, especially American top 40 clubs, I should be more energetic by at least talking to people in my vicinity. If someone just stand next to me, I'm going to talk to them, yeah. I had no problems with that. As I talk, I'm talking like this, and I'm looking at, trying to make eye contact. So he was looking at me. Did I see a chick? I see you. A dose. Black women bashers. The black ones, I believe, are just self-haters. I agree with that also. Real deal. You should always go up to the chick in any nightclub, or else you ain't getting shit. No, you shouldn't. If she ain't choosing, don't go step to her. Especially sisters. They will, you know how sisters are. That's embarrassing. In my days, they were polite about it. No, thank you. Nowadays, they're not even polite anymore about it. David, real deal. But to eliminate flakes, the girl should at least acknowledge you before you step over. Especially, yeah. Let me, Jovina, sit over here for a minute. Let's talk some club game. I know you want to do your ranting at the Trumpers and making fools of them. Have a seat.
Stop saying that.
Okay.
Hold on, let me put this over here.
Where'd I meet you?
At the club.
In a nightclub. Okay. So I know how to meet girls in the club. Now, people think because we're old, we haven't been in the clubs. I don't know. They have that. We were back in the clubs in the '70s or some fictitious shit like that. We were at the clubs in 2005. And girls haven't changed. They're actually more aggressive now. But how do girls signal that they like a man in a club?
Eye contact. They look at them.
Okay, so if a chick isn't giving a guy, like you've experienced this, guys run up to you, and you seem like you were pretty nice. You would dance with people, But
Yeah.
even if you didn't like him or not, but she was actually one of the nicer ones. She would dance. Guys would come and ask her to dance. I think I noticed that before about her, and she would dance with him anyway. But after the dance, you want them to go away, right?
Yeah.
Or not-
Don't,
I'm not- I
be
don't need
clingy.
to-
Don't be clingy unless I'm showing interest.
What about if they want to buy you a drink and buy your sex?
No, because number one, a lot of times I didn't drink because I was the driver.
Okay.
I never went alone. Remember?
Yeah, I know.
So
Um,
yeah, if I wasn't interested, I would bypass the drink. I wouldn't just go for the drink just to get a drink.
for some reason, guys think that if they get a dance, they get you out in the club and you wiggle around a little bit. That entitles them to pussy. I see that with a lot of black dudes.
Yeah, but that's not how it works.
Those chipmunk cheek types. When you go ask a girl to dance, fellas, I like to make sure she actually chose up first. Because then I know she's interested at least. And as you heard Joey say, this is how girls are not trained to be dudes. So they're not trained to be aggressive. Especially if they're curvy, that means they're feminine. So, there are curvy chicks, they're going to be more feminine than the sport model chicks. Sport model chicks, they run around flip-flops. They go up and rub your back. They pat you on the back like a dude and laugh big and drink beers. No. When I'm talking about women. Women go to clubs in their heels. Okay? So I'm talking about girls that wear heels. They won't not walk over to ask you to dance unless you're like uber attractive or you're uber famous. And then they're like little groupies. So they have certain rules they have to use. They're not allowed to walk over to you, so what can they do? Society says you're a slut if you walk over to and approach a guy, by the way. They don't want you to think of them as a slut. So what can they do?
What, the girl? You mean?
Yeah.
I mean, not much other than just like
The eye contact,
the
yeah.
eye contact and making it real aggressive eye contact, which some women will if
Yeah.
they feel like they're really interested in that guy. They really want to meet this guy, and he's just being. Because sometimes we can tell when a guy is oblivious.
Oh, you can. When he doesn't see the eye contact?
Like, yeah, where he's just not mentally.
His game isn't on point.
Yeah, right.
Okay.
So in those types of cases, they have to be a little more aggressive with their eye contact, but it's up to the guys to really pay attention to that.
It is up to us to notice that. There's other things girls can do, like the hair. You never did the hair twirling thing. Yeah, that's like the girl stuff. Twirling the hair. Bubble gum. I like you.
That's younger girls.
What else would you do to signal to a guy that you like him?
Well, if I couldn't get their attention like that, then I guess okay, maybe he's not interested. I just chalked it up to that.
Had you thrown eye contact with me before I met you? I never noticed.
Before I met you?
Yeah.
The first time I noticed you, you were there with somebody, so I said, "Oh, he's taken." That's what I thought.
Oh. When you saw me there by myself.
I saw you there twice. The first two times I saw you, you were with was it Sarah? Who was the last one?
Tanya?
Tanya. Why did I say Sarah? Tanya.
Yeah.
The one with the sensible shoes. Which, that really surprised me to see you with somebody with sensible shoes. Hey, they were sensible shoes.
See how they judge other women? She has sensible shoes. Ah, what are those?
Exactly. What the hell were those?
Oh, God.
Why did she dress like that? I mean,
She got money to. She started making a big bank later on, and she started buying the platform shoes I like. But she was a mother of two.
I was too, and my kids were.
Her kids were little.
Grown ass kids.
Yeah, your kids were grown up. You didn't have to buy their shoes. Her kids were little. So she had, she wore what she had. And after I broke up with her, she started, dressing really good.
I don't think I ever saw her after that.
Well, we saw her a few times. I saw her a few times at the club or whatever. Anyways, we were talking about club game, fellas. And the best thing you can do is wait for a girl to give you eye contact. You heard Jovian say, they don't want to seem like sluts. So a girl's got to be really desperate to run over and ask you, hey, you want to dance? And I've had girls ask me to dance before, but...
She's not going to do cartwheels and
Yeah.
and jumping jacks to get your
And
attention either.
By the way, the females asked me to dance. Most of them were not girls I would date. Like, there was this one old...
Aggressive.
Yeah, they're too aggressive. There was this old Mexican chick that used to go up in there. And she was like a state worker. She dressed, really nice, and she bought me a drink. I want to buy you a drink. And that just turned me off right then and there. It actually turned me off. I've had girls buy me drinks, but you're not buying me. Okay? You're not paying. I'm not a bitch. You don't buy me a drink. I felt like a bitch when they did that. So anyways, it has to go through eye contact. That's how I met Jovina, I think. Actually, she had walked by the DJ booth, and my friend, the DJ, said, I just wish she would say hi to me. So I'm going to take care of that for you. I was just showing off. So I stopped her. And I think I don't know what the fuck I said to you or something. I don't know. What did I say to you?
Hey,
I say, hey, how you doing?
Hey, how you doing?
Hey, how you doing?
What's your name?
How you doing? Did I do that?
No, you said I'm Chris. What's your name?
Oh, okay. My name's Chris, huh? Okay. And you say, Jovina. Right?
Something like that.
Something like that,
I
yeah.
don't think I was all...
No, actually, you have a deep one. Jovina.
No, it wasn't like that.
Jovina. Anyways, eye contact, fellas. Eye contact rules in the clubs for chicks. That's their way of communicating to you that, hey, I like you. Will you please come talk to me or dance with me? Please? Please? They're begging you. Now, what about the guys that go to the club don't get no eye contact from the hot chicks? Because every guy that goes to the club, you guys are looking at the hot chicks. Just banging booties, and they don't give you no play. So what do? And guys, there were guys on my forum did this. I didn't get no play, so I hoe chased. What happened? They shit on me. They're not interested in you, okay? If a woman's not giving you play, she's not interested in you. I'm sorry. I'm sorry to say that. She's not interested. That tells you something important, though. That means your game is weak. Either your dress is not on point that will attract her, whatever dress she finds to be attractive, or your looks aren't on point, or your swag isn't there. Swag is that combination of your confidence, your aura, all that's built into it. Okay? So that tells you something. There's something that's actually good news. That tells you that your game is weak. Now, if you only get fat bitches checking you out, and your mommy told you were handsome, I'm sorry, you're just not a good-looking guy.
Whose mommy doesn't tell them they're handsome?
Yeah, mommy said I was handsome. There's one brother on my forums, he was just like an average brother. He said, my mommy said I was handsome.
Yeah, well, are you going to date your mommy?
That's why I always say this. One black dude said that to me. So, eye contact, fellas. That's the truth of the game, though. That's how the game works. Let's say you're at an art gallery. Chicks are always scanning for new dudes. Okay? So don't think she didn't notice you come in the room. Or the nightclub or wherever you're at. Let's say you're at a wedding. Don't think they didn't notice. Talk to girls. Do a poll. You'll find out. That's what I say in the groups. They're masters at scanning. They can do it peripherally also. And they can itemize what you're wearing from the side view out here. They can tell whether you're put together well or not. They can tell your confidence by the way you walk, by the way you stand. You come in with your gaggle of boyfriends, skipping in like some sissies, and they can tell how confident you are. Which one they want out of the whole pack of you, if they even can feel you. That's an insult to you guys to go out with a bunch of dudes. I did that in my middle 30s. I finally got my first black friend, and we made other friends at the club. But we met at the club. We got each other's back. So, eye contact works everywhere. You're at school. You're walking. She made eye contact with you. That says she's interested. She may even have a boyfriend, but she saw something she liked. It's up to you to step over to see how deep the rabbit hole goes. Code word for see how deep the interest is. She may just think you're a nice looking guy, but she has a boyfriend. But go find out. Don't come back and whine to me, oh, she had a boyfriend, but she came back. So what? That means she liked you. Don't come whine to me about the shit like a little bitch. Okay? So with the girls who give you eye contact, fellas, you want to step over. Those are the ones that are showing you what they call signs of interest. And it works the bomb in the clubs. As you heard Jovina say, that's all that they have. They do have other stuff called the perimeter breach. And I codified all the other ways. Jovina and I did a video on it, on how to, tell if a girl likes you. All different signals, all different eye looks, all that stuff. If they're sitting at a table, when they cross their leg, and all the other stuff. But the main thing is eye contact. That's the main thing you guys didn't know. So you step over, you have a conversation, you get the digits. Of course, you take it on the floor, dance, pull out your phone, give her your phone, keep dancing. Try to keep her to you if you like her. If she passes my test, I'll keep them to me. They stick to me. I take them around the club. I put my lips on them. It's a done deal. It's easy as pie. It's a done fucking deal. Even looking like this, I can still go to a club and find a female. I said find a female. Michael George, I just moved to Dallas to start a new life. Yes, I follow Professor Black Truth. Good. I need advice for a dating book of yours, and I have been reading, writing from your teaching day and night and morning. Which book did you buy there, Michael George? And I had to get rid of my ex because she was a religious hater of Professor Black Truth. Sorry to hear that. I'm also from Shreveport, Louisiana. I just had to go in hard on one of my guys, Teddy. He's in Monroe, and he thinks all the women in Monroe are against him, out to get him. And I finally had to, I finally just went off. I did a show. I think I hurt his feelings. I said, bro, that's crazy. And if you think all the women in your town are out to get you, you're crazy. If anyone else thinks that. Let's see. So my ex-wife's from Louisiana. She's from Ruston. In fact, half the town of Ruston is her relatives. She was telling me she went to the movies and with one of the cousins. Hey, oh, that's your cousin over there. That's your cousin. That's your cousin. Oh, and that's your cousin down there. And it's like half the fucking town. There was a comedian, Ricky Harris. Yeah. Distant cousin. Steel Tiger. Find where you are marketable in to your target group. Choose the right place to find. Choosing females is the big part. Yep. That could be it. Michael B. P.S. broke the bro code when you got your... P.S. broke the bro code when you got your girlfriend. Don't know what you mean, Michael B. I settled down when my little brother died from cancer. And I settled down with Jovina. Dave, you won't get much eye contact in those nightclubs where it's super packed. Especially if you're under a certain height. Hard to stand out. That may be an issue if you're under a certain height, yeah. You have to do things to be seen. Like stand on the edge of the dance floor. You got to be seen. I would dance like when I was at Mega Live. I danced on a speaker box. I was up above everybody dancing. Go to like where I met Jovina. I stood on the edge of the dance floor. So I made sure I was seen. Or I was up by the DJ. Or I was sitting on the box, the speaker box next to the DJ. So always someplace where I could be seen. So you got to find ways to make yourself be seen. I can't speak for people who are 5'5" because I'm not 5'5". Real deal. The first thing they look at is the shoes. in America. But did you know that in Jamaica, a place like Jamaica, they want the opposite type of shoes. They don't want the shiny shoes. They want workman shoes. The guy that can actually works a real job. So steel-toed work boots are a good sign to people that live in like third world type of places. Michael Nolan. Say his body and dress is on point and is not nervous around people and gets none to little eye contact. This is what happens to Michael Nolan. He believes that he's not really nervous around people. He's not. He doesn't know if he's moving awkward though. If he does not stand there awkwardly. If he's not just feeling awkward. J10. I had married women checking me out. They even do perimeter breach. Perimeter breach is when they come up and they invade your personal space to touch you. Like they're going to walk by and they'll put their hands on your hips as they move by. That's sexual, by the way. Or they'll touch your back when they really didn't have to touch your back. That's to get your attention. Instagram. Wear suits to make you grow up and mature? No, don't wear a suit. A blazer is cool if you're, in the black clubs, and everyone else is dressed like thuggish. A blazer, so you look more business casual type of thing. A blazer, pair of jeans, a nice button-down shirt with a color that makes you pop. But if they're thugs, you shouldn't be in there anyway. We got to stay out of the thug environments. Leave the trash to themselves. Leave their women to themselves. Let's see. Never wear sneakers. Also, I don't know how this happened. Their Instagram. I see you put sneakers. What happened to us that we now wear sneakers and think that's dress? Somewhere between the 90s and current time period, I saw this happening in the early 2000s. Suddenly J's and Jordans and new sneakers. How in the fuck did the white folks fuck us up that much when we used to be the best dressed people on the planet? Now we're worshiping tennis shoes. How did they mind fuck us to that level that we think tennis shoes is it? In my days, it was the top brand name shoes. And I know I'm old. But if you go to... there's a fella on here who's young like you guys. He has a channel named Sin Full. He would never wear tennis shoes to a club. Someone said he used to be a pimp. I don't know that. But he says, I'm not a pimp. I talk to pimps. He dresses like one. He dresses clean and tab, as we call it. But he would never wouldn't wear tennis shoes to a nightclub. So you might want to model him a little bit. He has a good channel. He talks sense, good common sense stuff. A Jazz Love Supreme, hey Player Supreme. I've been building my team, and I find myself ducking multiple times a day sometimes. That means your team isn't organized. You haven't scheduled your women correctly. If you see them nilly-willy, instead of an organized schedule for each girl, like she's Tuesday, she's Thursday. If she misses Tuesday, you see you next week. No. Can't make Tuesday, I'm busy. If you do it like that, you have no team. You have a jumble of bullshit. You have to have your scheduling down. And if she misses, and women will do that deliberately, just to test you, they'll try to go for a different night because they want to see what you're up to. They always want to see if you're fucking other women. So keep them to that schedule. Then you'll have to duck multiple times a day. Also, you train your women. You don't show up at my door unannounced. That's unprofessional. Also, you never pick up your phone. Jovina, how many times do I pick up my phone even when you call?
Oh my God, never.
She said, never. That's my old habits. It's my own girlfriend. So I can only imagine what you guys are doing. Every text, you return it. Every call, yeah. Hell no. That's not playerish. That's not manly either. Here's a black guy, player. This is about business. Do you think an internet cafe is a good future business idea? Not personally, not for me. It's not the kind of place I would want. Case in point, they started getting popular in the early 2000s, and they're starting to grow. And one of the places I was at, they tried to open up one and it failed. But it was a dive place though. My son enjoyed them while he was living in Paris. A Jazz Love Supreme. How do I keep my dick up? With this. Give my product How to Make a Woman Come. Do my exercise in there. I teach you how to keep your dick hard and control your orgasm. Go to my store. Hold on. There's a link. And get my book. Michael George. I need to buy the very first book of yours, of your advice. No, don't buy the first book. Buy my book, my second book. 7 Steps. Hey, Black Guy, take horny goat weed. No, thank you. That's all for making your dick hard, man. Oh, you're talking that dude. Horny goat weed and Tongat Ali. Tongat Ali is very powerful. That shit will keep your dick up longer than Viagra. Instagram says I'm half Jamaican. John Jones, do you think clubs are the Olympics of socializing? Meaning I think it's the Olympics of getting women. Listen, I'm reporting something to you guys. 64% of the women that go to the clubs go to meet men. 64%. I'm quoting a number that I read, that I learned. Now learn it. So if you want to meet women, that's where you show up. John Jones, do you think clubs are Olympics of social? Clubs suck at socializing. The music's loud, you can't talk, but it's a great place to meet women. To pick up chicks. A Jazz Love. Thanks, black guy. He's thanking him for that. Michael B. Meaning you went after her in the club after your buddy said he wanted her or stole her from him? He had a girlfriend and he just said he wanted to say hi to her. That's all he wanted. And I thought about it after I'm dating her and I saw him at the movie theater. I did that. He was a white guy. He wasn't trying to play on his girl. But he just had a thing for Jovina for some reason. He says, I stole her from him. Jovina. This fellow, Michael B, says, I stole you from Rick. Rick, the DJ.
Yeah, how?
She says, how? If she had liked him, she would have noticed him. She never even looked at him. He was this big, acne scars all over his face. I don't know if he had a girlfriend. Yeah. Yeah, no, he wasn't married. He had a girlfriend. Yeah, so.
I didn't even know he was interested.
She was dating brothers. Weren't you just dating brothers then? Or just anybody that seemed decent?
No, pretty much.
Pretty much what?
Brothers.
Oh, brothers, okay. Yeah.
You know that.
Well, you gave guys a chance. East Indian dude. The wise guy, dude. Skitty Bop. Remember Skitty Bop? The old... What the fuck was he? That light-skinned dude that had the clickers on his shoes? Yeah, I call him Skitty Bop. Skitty Bop, 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 bop. Was he black?
Yeah, I think so.
He's so light. I think he might have been like a Spanish, but he had African hair, but super light. I just call his old ass Skitty Bop.
Yeah,
because he like did this little tapping thing. He had like clickers on his feet. Yeah. Skitty Bop, 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 bop. Old motherfucker.
He might have never had his good time and then went home.
Yeah. I was in my 40s back then. Yeah, early 40s, so I called him old. It's black guy. Hello, okay, you guys are chatting. Michael Nolan, I got that they squeezing my arm and back when they walk by. Yes. Other signals, good. Only when I stop the porn, now I notice this odd attention, Supreme. Have women a sixth sense to guys? They can smell them. It's not a sixth sense. It hits their noses. Michael Nolan, your assignment today is go look up how sensitive women's sense of smell is. That's why they'll wear your shirts, fellas, because they're smelling your scent. Remember, they'll take your shirt and wear it because it has your scent in it. They can smell the man that's the right mate for them. There's plenty of videos here on YouTube where scientists explore their women's sense of smell. Just type it into YouTube here. Real deal hip-hop became popular. That was the big fight when hip-hop started in the early 70s. Older folks wore suits. Young hip-hop heads were actually, they didn't. I'm a child of the 70s. I was in high school in the 70s. We didn't wear regular clothes, hip-hop. And it was called R&B back then. Okay? I'll have to find one of my photos. If you think back to MC Hammer, the genie pants were popular for a while. Looked like you had a diaper and you dropped a load, so you carried looked like a bag of shit down there. Your crotch hanging down around your feet. Those are popular, along with the certain button-up shirts we wore. Jeans never went out of style. Guys wore jeans then to clubs. We've always worn jeans. We used to wear the shoes that were not button up, but the slip-on shoes. Then for some reason, feminine black dudes started wearing the Merce. That was popular. The suspect black dudes. For some reason, they always have these big, thick mustaches too. They were kind of suspect. It's like they always had these big, bushy mustaches, and they had the Merces on, and some closet homosexuals. So, I did get you to know how odd it was. I lived through that shit. I came back to the States in 1971. And I've been in the States ever since. I graduated high school in 77. So young hip-hop wore regular clothes. Nope. And suits were still popular then, too. Also. I remember going out, and there was some older black guy there. I was younger at the time. He was wearing a suit, and I thought it was odd. He was actually wearing the full three-piece suit, but these white women kept approaching him, and he looked like he had money, and he had these white chicks approaching him. I think they might have been prostitutes or something, because a black man in a suit looks like he's a doctor or a lawyer or something like that, and he's in a club. And he was standing by himself. He kept getting approached. He was actually being approached by white women. Let's see, what else did brothers wear? Yeah, that was pretty... There was a certain brand of clothes that we wore back then. And, fuck, I've got a photo on my other computer. I'll have to put up for the next show. Fuck. Because I did a modeling set in the 90s. I wore an old shirt from the, 80s to it to date myself. Typo Supreme. Ducking, fucking. I didn't read your comment. Michael George, thank you, my brother, for me to sit at your feet for your teachings on the game of life because I'm a single male without no kids. Very cool. Are you hitting the gym, Michael? Also, you want to get on a good diet program? If you want to attract women, you want to look the best you can. Becoming an uber black man, that means a black man's buffed out, 6-pack abs, is the least thing you can do. That's get you in the doorway. Okay? So if you're not there yet, we got a ways to go. I want you to be the best you can. So when you're in the market, you can pick the best. Let's see if I can see what you look like. Yeah, we may have to lose some weight on you there, brother. You may want to drop some pounds. For sure. Jovina. Sorry for yelling. Remember I said keep one ear unplugged so you can hear me. Right? You don't have to salute. Just fill my glass. Dinner done?
It's been done.
Okay. We'll finish up here.
Cold right now.
Michael, when? No, Michael. I want to finish up this call so I can get to my dinner. J10, here it is. Word for word. Okay. I am Mr. 10th. .wixsite.com / the word website. Oh. / website. Okay, I put it in there. John Jones. I never text and never call. I always have women call me to arrange a meetup in person. An old player adage is all phones are tapped. I agree. Oh, welcome, Karen Lee. It's good to have you on my show. She says, I love the 64% number. Are you sure it's not 65%? I read 64. I guess I'll stay a little bit longer. Jovina, we have a lady in the room. Karen Lee Potter. She's also a dating coach. Well, she's actually a dating coach. I'm a player coach.
Okay.
I'm going to start referring guys to you there, Karen. Some of the guys just not made for my channel. Instagram, my wife. Where's my hat? Michael George, have you tried liquid chlorophyll for that cough? No, I have not. I have no cough. Cough is finally going away. But remember, this is it's finally numb right now. Real deal. I'm talking about NYC, where hip hop was created. I'm from NYC. Older black folks went to nightclubs and wore suits. Hip hop head were young black people were in the gangs and just street people. I think he thinks we didn't have hip hop out here. He thinks hip hop started in the 70s. It wasn't called hip hop back then. I give up, J10. Send it to me in email. I tried. I even put /website .com/website. It didn't come up, J10. Hip hop. When I first heard the word hip hop was back in the 90s. Yeah. And I'm like, when did it change from R&B? And there was like a difference between hip hop and then R&B.
R&B was more
the singing, singing. They were singing, and then it became more techno, and it became hip hop more in the 90s. And I think that's Real Deal must be a young fellow. Hip hop were young. Actually, it was rap. It was the gangs.
But rap didn't start getting...
Rap started back when we were kids.
Right,
when I was
in
school. It
didn't start to get gangster till later on.
Oh yeah, that was the 90s because white folks took over the rap industry and they put out the 4 rules, and then the gangster rap started after that. Karen says we should collab. Thanks. We should. Except can you recommend books on white fragility? You already talked about that. I did answer that in the beginning of the show. I can't recommend books on... Why would you want to read books on white fragility? If you go to Google, you'll find all the articles you need to ever read on it. It actually comes up. It's such a search term. Well-searched term. Real Deal is not R&B or disco, straight hip-hop. The Unbreakable. P.S. I went to a girl's place this past weekend. Hold on. And fingered her, and she came. She took off her pants, and I was about to get it in, but she stopped me and said she didn't want to have sex. Why? Well, number one, you gave an orgasm. She even got hers. Sorry about you, man. Did you have a condom? She don't want to get pregnant. Girls don't want to get pregnant out there, man. Because they already know that if you're not going to be around, you're going to stick around. So, did you have a condom? And maybe it's the size of your shit! Oh, shit. Hell no, I'm going to take that. J10, you misspelled I am Mr. 10th. Huh? Let me try that again. Oh, I did. Wow. Okay, I am Mr. 10th.wixsite.com/website. I think it's going to work. Yep, there it is. It worked. Mr. 10th official website graphic design portfolio. Blade. Cool. Interesting style of artwork. Good, you draw your women with curves. The only problem is that you have one of these Wix site type sites, these free sites, and you eventually want to get your own. Because when people put in, Wixsite, that's one of those sites. And right here it says create a Wix site. So eventually you want to be able to raise enough money to pay it costs money every month to host a site. So you want to be able to raise yourself up to be able to pay it. Pay for that there, brother. Oh, I didn't show the site. My bad. Okay, here's the site, fellas. And you see it has a unique style of artwork here. It's one of my favorite shows, Blade. But the weakness, I said, right on the side, create a Wix site. Also, I'm Mr. 10th, then it goes to .wixsite.com. A long time ago, one of the fellas on the site, Game, he was supposed to open up his own personal training site. He got one of those sites that had a Tumblr or something like that, and I said, man, you still did it wrong, rather words. A.K. Lawrence Supreme, bro, brought like 2 of your programs, and now I'm a star in the game, bro. It's for real. Been less than 2 weeks. Good job. What happened to you, AK? Which ones did you buy also? John Jones, what's your thoughts on Roosh? I did answer that. I have no thoughts on Roosh. As I said earlier in the show, this community is dominated by white males. I'm an African American male. They tend to do a lot of racial stuff, and that's what he's done. So I don't look at people that I consider beneath me also, as I said earlier. Okay? As I said earlier, I'm not some guy that came online and got with a bunch of internet nerds and said, I'm going to open up a dating site. I'm a guy that was a shy geek in high school. I nervously got my first girlfriend. She stopped taking a birth control pill. I married her because she got pregnant. And that didn't work out. I got back into the game at 27 years of age, and I taught myself how to date girls to a point where I mastered the game. Then, late in my life, I discovered the internet. I was still dating in the game when I discovered the internet. As I told you fellas, I was still going to nightclubs, still meeting girls. And when my little brother passed away from cancer, Jovina, she was helping me. And she was like the best thing. So she's my girlfriend. Isn't that correct?
That is correct. Yes, sir.
And we got a good friendship. AK. But she's seen me at the clubs.
Yes.
What do you mean? Yes.
Yeah, I saw you.
She's seen me in action at the club. She said, you look like a super player who could get any girl in the room that he wanted. End quote. So did you feel blessed when I... Never mind. I bless you with some of my time.
Yeah, exactly.
J10. That's the clean version. You should check my Instagram to see how I really draw women. Is there a link on your website to your Instagram? You should put a link on there. David, Supreme, and others. Quick question. How do you guys manage being 5'5"? I'm not 5'5", David. Jovina dated a guy that was 5'5". Chest scratch guy.
I don't know if he was 5'5".
5'6".
Yes, maybe. Not much more than that, probably.
How long did you date him?
I didn't really date him.
Oh, you guys just hooked up.
Yeah.
Yes, there's a link to my Instagram on. Okay. Well, I'm not gonna show it here, man. I'll do it privately. About me? Is it in the About Me section? Oh, there's Instagram. Good. I Thought it'd be nudes. Keep dreaming. Look at that big ass. Keep dreaming. Charlie Murphy.
He died.
Yeah. Yep. John Jones for guys 5'5", strive for women. That's 5 foot to 5. I agree. To 5'4". David, what did you have on that night you met Jovina? Blazer and jeans?
No, it was.
What was I wearing?
It was in the winter. You had on your leather.
I had on a leather coat
with some black slacks.
with black slacks.
And a black T-shirt. I remember.
And a black
You
T-shirt.
were all in black.
I was all in black.
Yes, you were. You did have a black.
I think I have that. Let's see. Desktop. So basically, I was all in black, something like this.
Yep,
Yeah,
that was it.
that was it. I almost took that before the night that I met you.
I don't know. I don't know if that was.
But this is my winter garb: the leather coat, black tight shirt, black slacks.
Yeah, it was in November. Remember?
Yeah, I was in November. That's right. You're absolutely right. How could I forget?
Yes. How could you
Shame on me, baby.
forget?
Did I have on a silver necklace? No.
Not unless you had it inside,
Nah.
tucked in,
Nah.
the shirt. I don't remember
Yeah.
a necklace.
Okay. That's a good memory. Anyway, fellas, it's time for me to have my dinner time. The color palette that Jovina gives works wonders. Did you hear that?
The what?
J10 said the color palette that you give works wonders. By the way, Jovina, she does your color analysis for you. So she'll give you a color analysis chart that'll match you up with the right colors that you should be wearing. She does your dress, so she'll do a dress consultation for you. You can find that in my store as well. Real Deal Supreme. Watch the Get Down on Netflix. See how hip hop began in New York City. I'm a hip hop baby, so I like people to know the correct history. No hate, though. I never said it didn't begin in New York City. You know, there was a problem. People were arguing over house music. The Chicago House said they started. Some black dudes started house music. I let them argue. And nice talking to you too, there, J10. Also, I'm not going to watch a Netflix program on hip hop. I don't watch when Dom Society does shows on the black community. I don't watch them. All they show is some ghetto shit, some shootings. No, thank you. If they actually show the beginnings of like rap music and stuff like that, to Run DMC and all those other guys from the original days, that'd be all right. But it's all good, man.
Don't do rap
I'm
music
cool.
anymore, though.
And I know the difference between rap music and hip hop before you go on to another thing. I'm out of here, fellas. Gotta eat my dinner.